Yes, welcome back to another Inkscape tutorial. In this video, I'm going to take you through on how to set up your documents, your document page. Maybe if you're doing a web design, or just making a video for maybe for your YouTube, or making something for your printer. So what we do here, you come to File, then select Document Properties. You can also come to get that window there by using Shift Control D, as shown there. So you will get this small window here. You can I'll explain that later. Yeah, so once you get this window here, so currently we are on A4 size, and let's say you are working on something that maybe you want to laser cut, and your laser cut size is probably is in centimeters. So here we have the units, centimeters. So also when changing the units, ensure that you change the units on the general document page, and also customize size here. You also maybe want to make it in centimeter. So let's say your laser cutter size is 60 centimeters by, let's say, 30 centimeters. So this will give you a rough idea on how your design should look like, and how maybe you can arrange your files so that they will fit well, depending on what you're working with and the size of material which is available for that particular machining. Another thing also I wanted to show is, let's say you are working with a web design or something. You can come here to your document properties. It is somewhere there. You can drag it to fit within your window there. And so these units here, they depend on the area where you are. Like if you are in US, you might probably want to work in inches there. But if you are in Europe, or maybe if you are in Kenya, probably also you will want to work in. If you're in Europe, you probably want to work in centimeters or millimeters. If you're in Kenya, also you want to work in millimeters. Kenya is one of the countries in Africa. Also, let's say you are doing a web design or something. You don't want your web design to be an A4 size. Huh? Are you together? So you probably want to work in pixel. But you will have to work in pixel if you're designing someone to be a web page or something. So you want your width there to be, we have 1920, and height there to be 1080. So this is usually the size of a desktop computer, or most of the Android TVs. So you should set your page size as in pixel format, and you should use the width to be 920 and 1080. That is the best size and the best resolution we will get there. So probably you'll want to do that, and let's say this will now be like a desktop size or something. And let's say you want to design a poster or something you want to print on your t-shirt. We can most of the printer sizes, they don't work in pixels, but they work in let's say they work in inches. Most of them work in inches or centimeter. So you will want to set your document size as follows. Let's say we have inches there. Also this is in inches. So let's say we have 36 inches. Let's say we are designing a poster. Here we have also 36 inches. And your poster is, let's press minus sign on your keyboard to zoom out a little bit. So let's say on your poster you have something like a plot for sale. Don't worry about the font there. So it is too tiny, but I can scale it up. Plot Let's just have it a little bit here. So we can have not a, we can have it something a yard for sale. So maybe I want some posts. I'm trying to advertise this whatever I'm selling. Maybe I can have some little star there. Little star like that, and I can have a nice red color there. You can as well add your name inside the little star there. So if I have something like this, now I can send to the printer. If maybe the machine, the board they're using is 36 by 36 inches, that will probably print really fine. And let me now try to export this. So it's always good to save this as a SVG file. .svg file. SVG stands for scalable vector graphic. So if you send both files as a SVG and also you export as an image or PNG image, so SVG file will give them some room so that they can as well see if the file is okay, and if they need to make some necessary changes, they can just go ahead and do that. Probably while you are saving, you didn't realize your star here might be outside the page area, and if you send them this SVG file, they can quickly spot that out. So I can go ahead and save this as a SVG file here. Let me save this on the desktop. SVG file, I can save that. Do you want? I can just replace that. Also, I can come here and select file. Then we have export PNG image like that. Then I have this small window here. So sometimes this window, if you collapse it like this, and you come here again and say export as a PNG file, you might wonder why is that small window gone. So sometimes it is collapse on this side here. You can just click and bring it back. So here we have settings for your export. So here you have to give the file name or export as. So you have to write a name here. Let's say the yard for sale. That is okay. I want to export it on the desktop. Then the file name is the yard for sale. So here we have different settings. Starting on the top here, you can export this page here, the 36 by 36 inch. Also, if you can export the drawing. The drawing is just whatever is written in this area or whatever is drawn within that area. Then you can as well export the selection. Let's say you select that, then it will automatically export the selection. So this you need to be very careful with this one, because you might end up exporting incomplete information there. So if you are exporting the selection only, you should ensure that you select everything by holding shift. Then you select that, then you can now come here and export the selection. There's also custom export. So custom export, you probably just want to export that particular change you made, and you didn't want it to interfere with other selection. So what I usually prefer is exporting the page, because whatever the design I have there, I can now export the whole thing without running to a risk of leaving something behind. And coming here, you want to set your width. It is still in pixel. I don't know why this is in pixel still, though it is in inches. Oh no, this is okay. So I want to, this DPI stands for dots per inch, and I want to have a high resolution. This is not going to be good. Probably when I try to print it out, it can appear out to be blank. So always do 300 dots per inch. Yeah, this is very important. Always when working with whatever you want to print out, always do 300 dpi dots per inch there. So if you do that now, the file size also automatically increase, because this one is going to be very clear, high resolution, and it can be scaled without losing clarity there. So always ensure that whenever you're working with anything to print, you export your image as 300 dpi. So once everything has been set up, then now you just press export there, and it might take a while because it is a bit full of information there. Once that is done, you can just go to the area where you store it, and you can check it out. So I'll advise that if you're sending this for print, you send both the PNG file and the CVG file together. That way they can easily note that whether there is an error with your file. And that's what I wanted to explain. A little bit a long video, but I think it is worth it. Thank you very much, and let's meet next on the next tutorial. Thank you very much.